Do it. Do it.
I'm
Take it tonight. I don't care.
fine. Oh, we're recording. We've been recording for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Make a note of it.
Great. Are you okay, dude? This is like,
I'm great.
That was like the bummerest ever.
Everyone, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Steven. This is 60 Cycle Hondo Guitar. Buying, selling, trading, modding, fixing, breaking, playing, reviewing. Got those flipped around.
Yeah.
But I hit them all.
You got them all. You got 'em all.
Podcast.
All right. Podcast. It's a podcast. And it's also a YouTube video.
This first ad was sent by Matt I was talking about that on Threads today. This first ad was sent by Matt Carnevale.
I forget which one is first.
The Fender Starcaster.
Oh, that's right. The pedal.
The
Starcaster.
pedal, the distortion pedal. It's blue. It's got 6 knobs. Excellent working condition and cosmetic condition. No scratches on metal housing. Runs on 9-volt battery or 9-volt adapter, not included. Pedal only. No box. No manual. $50 plus $20 shipping. This listing has ended. Does that mean it's sold? Nobody knows. This was in Alan Moore's recording studio.
So I took a screen
not.
grab of all the other Fender Starcaster distortions on Reverb right now.
Why are these so expensive?
I don't know, but at least 2 of them are, well, one of them's under $50. I don't know why the rest are so expensive. These, oh my gosh. Do you remember when these came out?
Yes, I've never played one.
Either have I, because they always looked like cheap trash, and they came in blister packs at like Target and Walmart.
Yeah.
I think they sold them at Costco for a while. These came out way too late for that sort of bullshit.
Min-max.
This was like 2010 that these were current, if I remember correctly. Like it was
that sounds about right.
It was before we had the show, obviously. Yeah. But it was late enough where as an adult I could look at them and be like, what the hell is Fender doing? Why are they doing this budget line of pedals in these really weird cases? Like they look like something out of like, they look like Soviet pedals is what it is. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Is this supposed to be a metal zone?
It might be. I screen grabbed the controls as closely as I could. Yeah, it's got that middle and mid frequency. So this might be like a metal distortion. I'm thinking $43, Steve. This listing is still current. Should I buy one as an affordable
with free shipping? Dude, you should 100% buy that.
Is this Fender's secret hidden?
Oh my, no,
amazing distortion. What if it's trashy good though?
Then you don't.
Okay, let me you're going over to Reverb. I'm going to go to Reverb right now.
I'm trying to see if it's still there.
No, because I screen grabbed this today.
No, I know. Well, somebody still could have bought it. It's recently listed.
No one's going to buy it.
I think you need this pedal screams. Tons of tone modeling with the EQ controls, thick growls, or high-pitched sustaining feedback. This pedal can do a lot. I think you need to buy it. I think you need to buy it right now. Like, there are 11 views. There is a watcher, Ryan. Somebody is watching this.
I'm about to disappoint a watcher. I'm going to buy it.
Don't make an offer.
I'm making work for myself while I'm in the midst of a public burnout. I've told everyone I burned out last week.
Add to cart.
My internet is slow in here. Look, it's all like gray screen. Oh, there we go. What? Oh, come on.
What?
It wouldn't load it. It said, oh, we tried. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Do you need me to buy it? I have great connection. I have great connection. I make purchase rapid. What?
I am purchasing it right now with my PayPal. But yeah, I'm curious because these always looked like such hot garbage that I never tried them, and they were never in Guitar Store, so you had to buy them to try them. They were like $19 and stuff like that. It's like, how good could they be?
Okay, so a couple things. One, the battery compartment on top, I actually think is kind of a nice touch. I think that could be very functional. Of course, like was it the DoDs that had the battery
Yeah.
compartment on top where people would
Well, it was on the
lose
top
them?
edge.
Well, there was one. It's the dual pedals. I think the DoD dual pedals had it on top.
Oh, really?
Like
Oh, you're
next
right.
to
You're
the
right. Yeah.
controls.
And everyone would lose the
And
door
you'd
on
always
that.
lose those doors. The other thing,
Come on, it's making me do a text message verification.
two-factor.
Too many steps. Reverb and
The
PayPal.
other thing about this, and this was my biggest complaint with this one, it is kind of funny to me that the Weezer font, the distortion.
It might be.
It very much looks like the Weezer font.
This is the blue.
And it is blue.
pedal.
But the other part of it that is to that point, Weezer Blue came out, I want to say in 1994, but these pedals, like you said, came out in like the late 2000s
or like early 2000s. It might have been like 2004.
Whenever it was they came out, they are so far off of like the zeitgeist of art at that time for pedals, for everything else, that it lends itself to why these look so cheap.
But also it literally looks like a Soviet era pedal.
No,
like,
that's exactly
it's
my
like a
point.
super weird case. And like at this time, like the boutique pedal market was starting to heat up.
Yeah.
Like people were like, "Oh man, give me like an unfinished metal case with fingernail painting on it." You know, like this is the exact opposite direction of that. Like what we're assuming is a rehoused Metal Zone in a really weird, bulky box. Maybe we're doing it right now, Steve. We are turning these into collector's items right now. Thank you. Your order has been placed.
Yes.
There we go.
Good job, Ryan. You did it. I believed in you.
I'm just gonna find out that a thing I spent $50 on is hot trash, and then I'm gonna give it away.
Something I love in these photos.
Hoop Jumpers Club, baby. You want a $50 pedal?
This set of 5 pictures. I love that there are, because of the lighting, because of the way this blue is, there are 3, maybe 4 different shades of blue that pop based on the lighting, which I think is like,
I think that one's the correct one.
the second to the to the right.
Yeah.
For those viewing along at home. I just think that's fun. I think that's funny. It's the kind
lighting
of thing,
is everything.
It's the kind of thing. I bought 2 blue shirts off of Poshmark. It turned out they were the same blue shirt, but the photos were so different. I was like, well, maybe one of them is a dark blue. Like, who knows?
So
it could be dark blue.
I bought a pick guard for the Player 2 Jaguar.
Okay.
From this pick guard cutter in Greece, I think. And it was online on Reverb. It was like this perfect, like kind of minty green. And it's
what the hell?
It's not that far off, but it's not the same color that was in the listing. And it's all lighting. I went back and looked at the guy's shop, and he had a bunch of guards that are white. He listed them as white, and his pictures clearly make them look like light purple.
This is like, okay, I appreciate this color.
Yeah,
like I appreciate the existence of this color. This is
I'm not angry about it.
When you said mint, this is not at all. Like this is all nearly true mint, I think.
This is like Robin's Egg Blue.
Oh, you're right. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I only know Robin's Egg Blue when I look at it in the context of watches. That's because Robin's Egg Blue is like Tiffany blue.
Oh, it's totally like Tiffany blue.
Like it's kind of that vibe.
It's still going to look slick on that Jaguar.
What color is that Jaguar?
It's white. It's bright white.
It's not back there.
No, it's out in the kitchen right now.
No, so that'll look good. But when you said mint at first, I always envision. I think is your.
I thought it was going to be like.
Is your Ampro 2 a mint?
Well, I call that sea chrome green.
No, the pick guard. Or is it white?
No, it's minty.
Yeah, it's mint. Is that
no?
Like,
I didn't mean to.
It's like the cream. I'm thinking cream mint.
I didn't mean it
mint
Fender
green.
mint. I meant like. I don't know. I meant it like mint and chip. Yeah, totally.
So you wanted it like maybe that. I'm pointing the things off screen.
No, I meant like that thing over there, Steve. See that bird flying around here? You see how it's the perfect shade of blue?
Jackass.
Look at the Pantone books I have lined up on the wall. One is open right now. You see like halfway down.
Aren't those expensive?
Oh yeah, they're super expensive. And you gotta collect them all because there's processed and unprocessed, coated and uncoated. Like there's all these different Pantone books.
Why did I ask?
You shouldn't have. It's a big old racket. Just mix the colors that you want. Unless you're a major corporation, then you need Pantone colors to get your perfect trademark color right with every printer.
I found out that the color of paint that I wanted to paint that Ibanez Roadstar that I had, because I talked about it on the last live stream I did with Philip.
Mm-hmm.
Krylon.
Okay.
Krylon, right? That's the spray paint company. They don't make that color anymore.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if they call it something else now.
Color is discontinued.
Because it was called Catalina Mist, and I cannot find
nice.
it. Looks really similar to a color they have now called Cactus Green, but I don't know if it's the same or not. And it doesn't exist. Very
Sorry, Steve.
Come on, Krylon.
I bet you could find some on the second-hand market. On eBay, you could find like a half-used can or something like that.
Krylon's killing my dreams of doing this guitar project that I've been sitting on for almost a decade.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No one even remembers this guitar anymore, Steve. I barely remember it, and it's been inside my house. I've seen it. And that was the last time anyone's ever heard of it or seen it, as far as we know.
Until that live stream.
You could have thrown it away a decade ago, and no one would even remember it.
The neck is too nice.
It's a nice neck.
It is a nice neck.
So anyways, do you think anyone should buy the Starcaster distortion pedal, Steve?
I think it's already sold, or it's ended.
Yeah.
But, I think...
Well, the one that was sent to us, that one sold. It was listed for $49.99 with $20 shipping. I just got one for $42.95 with free ship. After tax, it was $50. So $50 out the door, I just got one. We're going to find out when I film it, when I get around to it, whether or not that is a $50 pedal.
You actually have... that screen grab you took is every Fender Starcaster distortion on Reverb.
No, I know that. I took this. I took this screen grab today, like 2 hours ago.
No, but I'm saying that is every single one.
I know.
There's only 5.
I know.
Now there's 4. My expectation is that when that video goes live, those prices are going to go up
through the roof. So you're watching this video right now. Oh, don't do this. I don't want to say this. Don't go buy the one for $59.99. Don't go buy the one for $79.99. Don't go buy the one for $75, and definitely don't buy the one for $99.99. We don't know if this is going to be like hot or not. If it's going to be a buy or buy. Guys, this isn't JHS. Like, I'm not going to blow up the values of these pedals.
Is there a used market product that you have actually blown up the price on?
People think that, like, after I do a video of an Amazon guitar, then they jack up the prices after the video. I think that's just like an automatic ebb and flow of automatic price adjusting. Like, 3 people bought this today. It's now a hot item. Let's jack it up 5%.
Right. I think Amazon does have like a scarcity algorithm.
Right.
Where I think maybe when you do like a I don't know if Fesley did it, but say like a Fesley. Yeah. And then like,
or
there were 30 of them in Amazon warehouses, and now there's 10 of them, so the price goes up $20 or whatever.
Right, and
that's probably real. But
they have some sort of math, like, the next run's not coming in for 4 months, and now they're scarce. So they slow it down, so it's like they don't sell them all out in the next month before the next run. Like, I don't know how it works, but that's what I imagine happens.
Right.
So like. But then the prices always fluctuate on those sorts of products. It's not like I blew up the Kuvave fuzz and now they sell them for $120 or whatever.
Sure.
They're still $18, and it's a gamble whether or not it's going to sound the same.
Are they on Reverb? Have people ever?
I don't know. They're still on Amazon. You still buy. They're like under Shark Chili and M-Wave and all those things. I don't.
There is one, and it's $40.
On Reverb?
And it's brand new.
Is it confirmed to have the gate?
No, because it's brand new.
Oh, it's brand.
It's being sold it's being sold direct from China.
Right.
And it actually says it may not be Kuvave, it might be M-Wave.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Kuvave is M-Wave. M-Wave was Kuvave.
Maybe it was supposed to be Kuvave. And everyone was saying it wrong, so they changed the name. Doesn't matter.
Kuvave.
Doesn't matter.
Kuvave.
Maybe nobody knows how to say their names.
But
the names that I try to get right.
Okay, here we go. All right. I can't interrupt the transition.
The folks that sign up to pledge to our Patreon.
That's right, Steve.
Our Patreon is where folks who watch the show can help support the show.
That's true.
And
one of the ways they support us is with money.
Yeah.
Through Patreon. And what do we do with that money, Steve?
We take care. We buy dinner.
We buy gigantic burritos. Yeah. I had a burrito tonight I held up a metal zone to it for scale. I'll put pictures up. We took pictures of these burritos, and Steve got what is it called?
It's like carne asada fries.
Carne asada fries.
With,
but that Filipino meat.
Tocino.
Yeah.
Ridiculously large.
Yeah.
That was insane. That was absurd.
I mean, here's the photos. Here's the proof. This is where the Patreon's money goes.
But it goes to a lot of other things. Like,
of course.
We're in the middle of calculating our NAM costs.
Oh, yeah.
Or rather, I should say, we are in the middle of having our NAM costs calculated for us because
we're going to stay in a big old NAM house this year. We're staying
with some other folks who are calculating the cost, and we just have to do our buy-in. But that pays for that. That's a big chunk, and also a big chunk is like our WordPress and our WordPress costs and all the various things. Shipping.
I've been entertaining the idea of having a third camera.
You have a third camera right there?
I know that thing's old. I don't want to use that.
I don't know.
Steve's pointing at the camera that I started the channel with.
Oh yeah.
And it barely does 1080. Like you're tricking it into 1080. Like
I don't know
that old.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Well, we're recording in 4K right now.
Wow.
Steve. Yeah, which is way bigger than 1080. It's like 4 times the size as 1080.
1080 is like 1K.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually like more like 2K.
Is your third camera gonna be like? Camera gonna be like 8K?
I kind of just wish I had a camera on like a free floating arm that I could move around to different things, you know. And like I had to take my overhead camera that's up above us here that I usually use for pedals. I had to take that off to shoot an amp the other day.
Oh.
And it would just be like sometimes I want to shoot things that are on the floor.
Yeah.
The issue really isn't that we're still thinking the Patreon's for their money, and if we buy a camera, it will be with their money.
Absolutely.
The problem for me isn't like, oh man, operating a third camera. The problem is like, that's another like 80 gigs in the project before it even gets processed. If I record for 2 hours with a third 4K camera, and now the project file is going to be 50% bigger. Like that's where my mental block is. As far as an extra camera
after
goes.
you buy an extra camera with a Patreon money, you'll have to buy a new computer with the Patreon money.
No, I'll just have to buy more solid state external drives.
Yeah. But these are the kinds of things. And in some ways, it sounds really privileged. So I do want to say, like, if you're not in a position to do it, you know what? The best thing you can do: thumbs up this video. Leave a rude and nasty or kind comment. That is by far actually the number 2 thing you can do. The number one thing that you can do to support the show is to support us through Patreon. The number 2 thing is
the number 1 thing is to watch.
The number 1 thing is to watch. You're right. The number 3 thing, the number 5 thing.
Hey, listen, if you don't have the money to support us on Patreon,
then don't.
It's totally fine. Like I don't want anyone to experience hardship trying to support a dumb YouTube channel and podcast or whatever. But if you happen to know any rich people, try to convince them. And try to get them to flex. Okay, you know, get them to show off a little bit.
This is getting gross. I also didn't write down a timestamp for when we started this.
Whatever, who cares?
But yeah, just that's it. It pays for a lot of the things that we do around here, and
it covers the costs.
We really appreciate it. And so thank you, all the patrons.
This has turned into like a PBS style one where it lasts 45 minutes, and they bring out Big Bird, and they're like, look, kids, Big Bird is here. Yeah. And then he talks for like 10 minutes about donating, and all the kids are just bored. Like, what the hell? Do you guys remember that? If you're the same age as me, do you remember that, right? When like drives would ruin PBS for you as a child? Yeah. I was probably the only kid watching PBS. Everyone else was watching Ninja Turtles.
Go to the site, check out the perks. We're not going to talk about it anymore because we have other things to talk about.
That's right. Like one of our sponsors, Steve. Which one are we starting with?
Let's start with TrueFire.
Oh, boy. We're back in the saddle. We have to learn things again. We get to learn
things from folks like Robin Ford.
Oh, my gosh. The list of people that they have.
Larry Carlton.
Yeah.
Aaron Marshall.
Don't stop.
Believing. Billy Sheehan?
Steve just scrolled like crazy.
Brent Mason? Like, dude, I scrolled like I did a big scroll.
He did like an
Did you see that? I did like a big scroll. I'm only in the Fs.
Oh my gosh. They have so many people
Freak
over there.
Base, G.E. Smith, Gary Hoey. Did you know
Gary Hoey's over there?
Let's do a couple big ones. Let's get down into like
all right.
the P's. What kind of P's, R's?
Listen, guys,
Ray Benson.
Red
Volkart.
I was going to ask you, Steve, like, what are you going to work on now that we're back on True Fire?
Mm-hmm.
Now that I know Gary Hoey is there, I have to just go check out whatever Gary Hoey's doing. Gary Hoey is like he's like a melodic shredder from the late 80s, early 90s. He did but he did the vast majority of the Endless Summer 2 soundtrack. And so I bought the soundtrack to that, and I listened to a lot of Gary Hoey as a teen. So I'm going to go check that out. He got me on my Hamer kick. I'll say that. He was a Hamer guy. There's
a Sarah Longfield course. Here's the problem.
Sarah.
Here's the legit problem I have. Every single person I've seen that I'm like, I would be interested in learning something from them. I also know that their playing is so far out of my league that I should just do it. You gotta try it. You gotta try this stuff out.
One time, way back in the day when Netflix would mail out DVDs, I rented a Brian Setzer DVD, like an instructional DVD from them, which is wild that you could even do that back then. I wish that Netflix would host stuff like that on streaming. And I started watching, and about 5 minutes in, I'm like, I'm never going to be able to play any of this. This guy's on a level that I'm not even close to. But I still sat there and watched the whole thing. Like, I'm going to go watch Gary Hoey. I'm going to go watch like a few of these other people, and then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do some soul searching. I'm going to figure out what I actually need to learn right now. So if you're interested in learning some stuff, get over to TrueFire. We've got a tracking link down in the description. You can help us out by buying their most expensive pack. Just subscribe to TrueFire for life, and we'll get a cut of that. Thank you.
Is there a for life?
I don't know. I'm assuming there's a big boy pack in there where you can really just max out and flex. Show off to all your friends. Yeah, I've got the end of my life pack. Yes, it expires the day that I die.
There are various packages at various lengths, including like you can get a year-long pass. It's going to give you the best deal. It's going to be expensive,
sure, but
it's going to be your best deal overall. So if you feel like, hey, you know what? Like I said, if you look at that teacher list, there's tons of videos from all sorts of like artists that you know. I just found there's a Yvette Young course. Found one of those. A lot of them are just like one like single course from a lot of these like more professional, like known entities. But there's so many, and these courses are so in depth that you could do a year and just be like, I'm going to do this one for a month and this one for a month.
You could do it for a lifetime and never like get through all of it because there's just so much. It's ridiculous how much is on there.
So go check it out. We got a link in the description.
And let's save the other two sponsors for later.
You want to move this one to later?
Yeah, dude, because we sandwiched that up against Patreon, man.
You're right.
The Big Bird's about to come out.
This next ad was sent by Michael Lovett.
Or Leave It.
Love It or Leave It. This is
I've never seen this before.
Is there actually this isn't for sale. This is for sale. There it is.
Yeah.
Hondo UFO, unidentified fretted object.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a very rare Hondo UFO HR787 MR model. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. Hondo's unidentified fretted object. The guitar is in very good condition for 40 years old. It has some pictured dings and scratches. It plays and screams plugged in. Well, that's awkward.
Yeah. Like how loud does it scream?
Yeah. Does it scream louder than you can play? Includes original hard shell case, which is just about as wacky as the guitar. This one's in pretty great shape. No notes, no damage. Guitar was cleaned up and flushed. The electronics.
Whatever. They cleaned them out. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, the guitar looks like it's in great shape for something as old as it's
super weird little shape. Like Hondo was a bunch of companies in this time were just like trying to make metal designs, and they're looking at BC Riches and they're looking at other things, and they're just like, most of these shapes are nonsense. Let's make our own nonsense shapes. And the things that came out that didn't land, that didn't become classics, you look at them now and just like, what is this? What is going on? And then I found this picture of the UFO next to the Sting. And I think it's heavily implied that they're supposed to connect.
No, they definitely are supposed to connect.
But the scale's off here. Like, look at how wide the neck is on the UFO connected to the Sting. Like, will it actually fit? Like, I want to know if these actually were meant to fit together. Because their shape, it's like when you're looking at a map and like, oh, look at there, the South America fits right into Africa. Like, you're looking at like they belong together. What is going on? Did they intend for it to like magnetically snap in and now you've got a double neck?
I don't know.
Also, the Sting is so funky. It's this tiny little guitar with this pointy headstock, this weapon of a tiny little body. It's like you could definitely use this as a weapon. You could stab someone. You could disembowel someone with this guitar. And then it's got a Telecaster bridge and bridge pickup. Like, what are we doing here? What is this?
Because it was like a compact, like...
Yeah, but then the Sting,
deal here.
if it is supposed to connect to the Sting, that's crazy because the Sting doesn't even have a headstock. It's like, and it's clearly like a metal guitar. Like it's got some sort of like really wild bridge on it, the backloaded bridge, and then, you know, double white humbuckers, and it's headless, and it's a elongated star shape, and like it's made for metal. And then there's this tiny little Telecaster that connects to it like a remora. Like, what is going on here? You've got this parasitic little Telecaster that connects to your headless like shred stick for whatever reason. Like, what is even happening? And then there's a promotional photo
with discount Wonder Woman.
You
know what it looks like? Okay, you know that Fantastic Four movie from the 90s?
Right.
That's what it looks like.
Totally. Now that I'm looking, because I hadn't looked at this photo big, Steve and I were discussing whether or not this was real Wonder Woman. Now that I'm looking at it full screen.
You thought it was real. You're like, is that Linda Carter? I was like, no, Ryan.
I'd only looked at it this big on my computer screen. I hadn't, like, looking it up close. I'm like, oh yeah, that's obviously not her. I was like, that's a hell of an endorsement. Why? What's the connection? I see that it's red, but what is going on here?
Is it like the light? Is there a lightning bolt thing?
No, there's no lightning bolts involved here. What is even like it? None of it makes sense. None of this makes sense whatsoever. Like, I bet this lady was at their NAMM booth is what was going on.
That's the other wild thing about this too. Is like how did you produce this ad and not get sued?
It's a costume. They went down to a costume shop. It doesn't have the Wonder Woman W's on it. It is just heavily implied.
It's just okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not familiar enough with Wonder Woman to know the finer details of her costume.
You didn't spend hours of your life staring at Wonder Woman?
No, I didn't. I know that's surprising to you. This is
the Green Lantern guy, I guess.
This is $989, which is such a weird number. Like, just round it to something.
It's a weird price for a weird little Telecaster that is supposed to suction cup to another guitar, apparently.
I think this case is fun because if you walked into like a
pool hall
club with this, they would definitely think you brought cue sticks.
Yeah. Or like a sword or something. Like, look out for this guy. He's got a little case.
They're like, this guy plays the bassoon.
Right. What are we in for here? This guy's either like a pool shark or he's about to bust out the jazz flute, the long jazz flute.
Also, they say this case is in good condition, but there's no handle.
I can't handle it, man. This case can't handle itself.
Nope.
Well, the case is in good condition. The handle is wrecked. You do not want to see the handle.
It's just completely gone. It's a goner. It's game over, man.
I'm going to say don't buy it. Someone watched Alien recently.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah. I want to go see the new one, but I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be too upsetting to take Lauren with me.
Like,
I just need to ask her.
Because you're going to be disappointed in how bad it is?
I'm hearing it's good.
No, but I'm saying you're worried that it's going to be...
No, I'm worried she's going to be like, I can't hang with this. And she's going to...
Oh, she's not game?
I don't know. I'll ask her.
I did hear some people... I did like...
It's supposed to be upsetting.
Where people say that like this in the scene in the trailer where there's like 20 face huggers, like freaked a lot of people out. Because at the end of the day, like the face hugger is kind of the most terrifying of the aliens because it doesn't kill you.
Right.
Like all the other aliens are going to kill you. They don't torture you. They don't mess around. You're just dead.
Right.
But the face hugger.
Well, they impregnate you sometimes. Like they take you back to the hive and
yeah. That's true.
And goof you up to the walls.
But
and stuff like that.
But then like you're not dead. You're just. I mean, I guess you're kind of suffering.
You're a cocoon.
Yeah, but like the face hugger, like you don't really know what's happening because it like knocks you unconscious right away.
No, the face hugger is terrifying.
And then eventually the face hugger dies and you just wake up and you're like, huh.
Everyone who gets their face
hugged, like, how did I get here?
Looks like they're suffocating to death.
And then you're good for like...
And the thing wraps around your throat.
Then you're good for like
a
day or two. And then all of a sudden you're like, why do I feel like I'm having a heart attack? and then you die.
Right.
But not before you see the alien burst from your chest. The
It's like
chest burster alien, as they call it.
skip the soup, guys. Don't get the soup.
Was that Spaceballs?
That was Spaceballs.
So this is a bye.
One time, I was babysitting this kid. Like I was a teen, and they were old enough to just sit and watch TV, and I played Sega in the other room. But I think I played Spaceballs for her.
Okay.
And then she was talking about it when her mom got home, and her mom thought she was talking about Alien because there's the chest burster scene at the end of Spaceballs.
That was the
and
last
she's
time
like,
you babysat?
he let you watch Aliens? Like, no, I promise I didn't.
Wait, is this anyone I know?
No,
Okay.
no, you never met them.
That you know of.
I'd be very surprised if you'd met
probably.
them. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. What are we doing now?
We're doing what's new, Ryan.
What's new? Do you have anything what's new?
I do.
Oh.
I was on a podcast.
What? You're on a podcast right now?
I was on a different podcast.
That's cheating.
We got hit up by Jake from Man the Helm.
Yeah.
And,
you were telling me about this.
And
He said, "Boily,
the
to
message
keep the conversation going."
The message just sat there for a couple days, and then I was like,
well,
I'm going to respond to this.
That's normal for us these days.
So then I was like, hey, and we got to talking, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to do it. So I did it, and now you have to do it. I think you should do it.
Okay, I'll do it. All right.
But my episode comes out. I think it's out already, so I should have a link down in the description.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. It was kind of a ramble, but actually here's what I'll say.
Say it.
When you are talking to somebody for the first time, Jake and I had messaged back and forth for a while on Instagram, and then we just did the show. And he's like a really good conversationalist. Like I'm always a little worried whenever like I do a guest on a podcast for the first time with people I don't know, that it's gonna that there's gonna be like dead air.
Of course.
And especially with someone you don't know.
He's doing a podcast. He's running the show. He knows how to keep things moving, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's the one who needs to worry that you're going to be the bummer. You know, because he's ready to make it a show. He doesn't know if you're going to show up and be in a weird mood or something like that.
So I will say, like, it's very chaotic. Like it was kind of like it was an evening conversation, and much like this show, like sometimes I can maybe be a little chaotic in those situations because I'm tired.
Sure,
but
that's fun though. That sounds fun.
We filled an hour, and we had talked about a whole lot of different things. Including,
what
his
did
love,
you say
his love
about
of
me?
Wampler pedals.
Okay.
And
were you
we
spreading
talking
rumors
the
about me,
germanium
Steve?
tumnus. Yeah, I was saying that Brian hasn't sent you any new pedals to demo in a while because you're too damn tall.
Because I'm tall. That's the reason why.
No,
I think the Wampler team over there. Every time they do send me something, they always like write this big message like, "Oh, we were gonna send this, but we thought maybe you weren't the right one for it." Blah blah. I was like, dudes, be chill. Like it's fine. Like you can pick and choose. Like I'm not worried about it. I'm not one of these people that gets upset because I'm not on every launch or whatever. Like I'm happy to work when I work.
We were going to send you the Brad Paisley, but then we thought maybe we should let Brad launch it since his name's on the pedal.
I mean, builders out there, you can ask me. You can be like, hey, do you think my product would be the right product to be on your channel? And I'll be honest with you. I'll be like, I don't know. You probably should send this one to a different YouTuber because I'm probably not the right guy. Or I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll try that. I'm interested in that. Like I'll tell you point blank if I don't think it's going to be a good fit.
Do we want to do?
Wampler already knows that.
We got one piece of mail. Do we want to do it this week or next week?
Let's do it.
Let's
get it up here. Yeah, I'm curious to find out. And Robert sent this to my house because he knows my address because he comes over here and buys things from me.
This is from Sweetwater.
I have no idea what it is. It's a surprise.
Happy New Gear Day. Thank you.
Oh.
Every one of us here at Sweetwater feels privileged to be part of your musical journey.
I know exactly what this is.
Your package was carefully double-checked and
okay,
packed
Steve,
by
that's not
Stephanie.
Ooh, a sticker. Is that where the stickers have been hiding?
I guess so.
In those little fold-out things? Okay. I keep saying that I want one of these. And here it is. Thank you, Robert. You're ridiculous. It's the mini Strobo
the
Stomp.
mini Strobo Stomp.
Yeah, people have been noticing like I have Peterson Strobo Stomps on everything. And I was like, yeah, I love them, but I still want the mini. So now I have an original Strobo Stomp. I have the gold one. Steve has the gold one too. Yeah. And now I've got the mini. Thank you, Robert.
What do you think about this candy, Ryan? We got 3 Biddle Honeys. Mm-hmm. We got a lemon fruit chew. We have an orange mint and a peppermint. How would you rate this?
I miss the fireballs, man.
I heard also, they don't do fireballs anymore.
They don't anymore.
Because too many people were like, can I get Oops All Fireballs?
I'm kind of stoked for the little fruit chews. Oh. That's the lemon fruit one. I like the different flavored Tootsie Rolls. I'm weird about Bit of Honey. I eat them every single time. But while I'm eating them, it's just like, wow, this is just like slightly sweet sawdust.
Biddle Honey kind of tastes like regret.
Yeah. And some people just love them.
Oh,
I just love them.
I bought some honey picks not too long ago. They come with Biddle Honey, and I ate that thing right away. But while I was eating it, I was like, I don't know if I like this.
Why am I doing this to my body? Yeah. There's other sweet things I could eat to destroy my body other than this. Here, I'm just going to crack this thing open now because this is. Thank you, Robert. Like, I really appreciate that. If you guys want to send us anything, even if it's like a silly prank, not like a serious prank, don't send anything like dangerous.
Don't send anything that is gonna. Don't confetti bomb us. Please.
No, oh my gosh! If you did that, I would be pissed.
That's the worst.
We might stop taking mail if you guys started doing that to us. So please.
That's actually that's what the Greatest Generation did. They don't open their mail is opened by one of their production team now.
Oh, it's cute.
Because
look how cute it is.
Because one of the guys opened a confetti bomb.
I hate that. Yeah,
and it took like 2 weeks for him to clean up all of the confetti.
I'm never going to clean up, and here's the thing. Like, it's actually really clean right now because guess what? My wife came in here with me over the weekend, and we tidied up.
This like situation over here, there's only 3 pedals, 5 pedals over here.
I actually
6 pedals.
I picked up a ton of pedals and I put them in the cell bin. So now Lauren has the job of listing a ton of stuff. It's the bin is overflowing. I just came in here and I just like did karate chop triage. I'm like, you're going. I laid everything out on this table and I just like kind of quickly went like, I'll keep these and everything else. Like I'm having just like, I'm in the moment, like, let's just get rid of it. So there might be some surprising stuff in there with stuff you're like, really? He's selling that? It's a storage thing. It's like, I can't keep everything forever. Everything was piling up on top of amps. I've got the rail back here, and I'm really trying to just like keep that to be my collection. And just eventually I'm going to have everything that I just love.
So what you're saying is you want to keep from having pedals going off the rails.
Right. I don't want a crazy train situation. Not again.
Ryan, are you familiar with Marie Kondo?
Yeah, she's the one who decided that her whole program was BS when she had a kid.
Yes. So her whole thing was like, does this object bring me joy?
Does it spark joy or whatever?
Joy, yeah. And I saw one that was the ADHD. They called it the ADHD version of that. Mm-hmm. They called it the poop test. And it was, if this object had poop on it, would you clean it? Or would you just be like, no, I'm good?
Well, here's my thinking now.
What's your thinking now, Ryan?
Stuff is coming into me all the time.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, phrasing. Stuff is arriving at my house all the time for me to demo.
Right.
A lot of stuff is really, really cool, but very little of it is stuff that I would purchase for myself with my own shopping habits.
Sure.
Because I didn't choose it. It was like, would you do a demo? Yes, I'll do the demo. My mentality lately is unless I already have Velcro on it and have like gigged it, then I don't really need to feel personally attached to it.
Right.
And if I sell it and I want it again, I can buy it.
True.
If like, and that's been great for me, like mentally and emotionally, to not get connected to all these objects, to all these products. Like if I can just look at it and be like, well, if someday I have that fantasy project that lives in the back of my head, like, oh, what if I had like this sort of band and then I would use this pedal? Mm-hmm. If that time comes, I'll just buy it. I'll just buy it back because I sold it for money. That money is still in my account in theory. Like in the abstract sense, I still have that value within my personal net worth. I'll just buy it. So that's where I've been living. It's like, here's a bunch of stuff. Let's just sell it.
I'm gonna name off a few pedals.
Okay. Is this going to be a transition?
No.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm going to name off a few pedals.
Slick Steve transitions?
No, this is harkening back a little bit.
This is a fun game.
Things to last week. Do you still have, obviously, I'm sure you still have a DoD 250.
Of course.
Do you still have your Fez?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely.
Do you still have a Boss Phaser, the green one?
No, I sold that years back.
I
kind of wish I kept it.
I'm trying to think what else.
Because that was my first pedal ever.
Do you still have that DoD delay? That purple one? I
don't. I sold that, I think, really early in the show. And then Blake Weiland blew those up. I don't know if he blew them up, but he's been very public about the fact that those DoD analog delays are his favorite.
The problem is I don't remember your pedals as well as my own. You do have a DS1.
Yeah. And there's stuff in drawers too.
No,
it's not
I know.
all out.
The thought that I had, where I was going with this is, and again, like I did this last week, like, hey, Ryan, here's a fun video idea for you.
Right.
But it's a video idea that I've thought about for myself, would be like an interesting thing, and trying to think about what I have, which is like going through what pedals you own to do like some kind of video talking about like your 4 or 5 oldest pedals, where you're like saying like, hey, this is the closest with the stuff that I have to replicating what my rig would have been in 2006. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I know that pedal.
Because you modified it. But this is my original DS1.
Yeah.
Like I've had this since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Like this is vintage now. It's Steve modified.
Yeah.
But it's got a Keeley mod.
It's Steve ripping off Robert Keeley.
It's a great distortion.
It's a really good pedal.
It really is.
I don't think I have one.
I kept this and sold my officially Keeley modded one. I was like, I got to keep the Steve modded one.
Yeah.
What would you do?
So it's just a thing, because I have like a handful of pedals from like a message board brand that like, I talked about that a little bit recently on somewhere.
What I should do is
I just think that that's kind of a throwback idea, because mine would be like I have this old Tube Screamer from that brand. I have a Boost from that brand. I have an Octave Fuzz that was a Mad Beans build from someone else. And then I have like my Boss DD5.
Here's what I should do.
And that would be like, I think those are the 4 oldest pedals that I own.
I should figure out the date for when my 10-year anniversary of doing paid demos is. Because I can figure that out going back, like, there's the first paid pedal demo.
Couple years out.
And then I should do like a 10 list of like 10 things I've saved. Each one is from each year.
Interesting.
So I'd have to go through my whole, like all my videos and find like 10 things that I kept and that represent all 10 years that I did demos. Because I've got guitars that I've had around for years now. I've got pedals that I've had around forever. There's certain things that are special that I've kept around.
I don't know if do you have any of the first 4 pedals that you demoed?
Those first 4 JHS pedals?
There was 2 JHS pedals.
And then there was a couple Earthquaker
pedals.
I don't think I do anymore.
One of those Earthquaker pedals might be next door.
Oh, no, that's over here now.
Oh, it's over. It's back.
It's back. I forget where I put that. It's on a shelf around here somewhere, or it's in a drawer. We lent it out to a friend, and he just, to RJ. You guys know RJ. Lent it out to RJ, and he just returned it to me like 2 months ago. And I was like, this isn't mine. And he's like, no, it is. You lent it to me. I was like, I did? He's like, yeah, well, years ago. I'm like, well, why are you returning it now? Just keep it.
So I had it for years.
Oh, okay, that's what happened.
And then I loaned it to him. And then, he told me, he's like, I don't know.
Back.
I don't know why I told Ryan I had the Afterneath. I was like, I don't know why you did either.
I told him he could keep it.
Well, he didn't.
It's a version 1. I don't know. They have all the new fancy versions now with like momentary switching and stuff like that.
That is the pedal. I saw Emily Hopkins recommend the Afterneath as like, that's what everybody's first reverb pedal should be, which for what it's worth, I disagree with. I found the Afterneath very difficult to work with, but it's because it's too massive for what I want a reverb to do.
It should be everyone's first like ambient spooky reverb.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I wanted like a plate reverb,
Right,
or
right.
like a spring reverb.
Your first reverb pedal should honestly be like a Boss RV6 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like something comparable to that, some sort like or like an Ocean's 11 or something like that. Get yourself a multi reverb from a notable company.
It's right here.
There you go. You found it.
Found it.
Yeah. What's the serial on that? Does it have a handwritten serial or anything?
Nope. It might be on the
It's probably
on
internal.
the inside.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I should play with it for old time's sake.
Ryan, we have a new sponsor.
We sure do, Steve.
And that sponsor is
Reverb.
the Reverb presents the Fender pre-owned. What's it called? You have all the details. For this.
Reverb collaborated with Fender to launch the Fender certified pre-owned shop.
Pre-owned.
I took a look through everything they have there. They got some choice stuff. They got a bunch of now I can't find words. The Jazz Master that I have is right over there.
The Amp Pro 2?
The Amp Pro 2. They have a bunch of Amp Pro 2s and that fun kind of like Sharky Batman sort of finish. They have left-handed stuff in there. They had some Mustangs in there. They got a bunch of Tellys and Strats and stuff. They got like they had this Strat. I don't remember what it was, but it was like the signature. Excuse me, my dinner's coming back. This is an excellent first sponsorship for Reverb. It's some sort of like special special edition, like artist Strat or something in there that was white. Like, I'm having foggy memories, but I'm scrolling through the pages right now. Editing, Ryan, get on it. Like, show everyone what's in this shop. You can save like 25% off of retail.
Yeah.
Direct through Reverb, buying scratch and dent stuff, certified pre-owned.
A lot of these guitars are returns. They're customer returns.
Listen, some old lady came in. She's like, I'm going to learn how to play guitar. And she only played guitar to the grocery store and church and back like twice a week. Really low miles, still fully under warranty. You can fit so many riffs in this bad boy. What do we got to do to get you in there right now? Get your name on the paperwork, figure out financing. Like, let's talk business here. Certified pre-owned Fenders over there at Reverb.
Yeah. Go check it out. Use the link below because we should have an affiliate link for this. Of course. Hopefully. But go check it out. I think here's my take on it. These are all like near new. Every single one they're calling this certified pre-owned. But again, from what I've looked at, like,
where are they coming from?
A lot of these are, I bought a thing and I got it and I hated it, so I returned it. Or I got a thing and I need to return it because I'm broke and I made a dumb purchase or whatever. Some of them are a lot of them, I guess, are dealer returns. So like they return it, they send it to various warranty. Who
knows? They could even
places.
They could even be trade show models.
They could be trade show models. They could be like your Amp Pro 2. They could have been something that was hanging up in the Fender offices. Totally. Like there are things that just are not in boxes anymore, for various reasons.
The plastic is off,
and a lot of them, the pictures look fantastic. So
prove us wrong. Go buy a $2,000 guitar with our affiliate link, and then tell us what it's like if it's good.
This episode,
give it a shot. Prove us wrong.
This episode is also brought to y'all by Chase Bliss.
That's right. Some sad news.
Past
week out of the Chase Bliss world. They are discontinuing a bunch of pedals. It's a bit of like a soft discontinuation because it's all due to like European electronics restrictions and stuff like that. Certain components they're using don't fly over there anymore. And so they're pulling some models out. I've got two examples right here, the Therme and the Condor. This is the older version of the Condor that I demoed years and years ago. This pedal's crazy. So if you're in the US, snatch them up while you still can is what I say. And also, like, stay on top of things. Get on their mailing list so you can be in the know when new stuff comes out. With limited edition stuff comes out. Yeah, I knew from the email too. It's like, oh, an email from Chase Bliss that says stuff is getting discontinued. I got to read up on this. So yeah, it's a bit sad, but you know, I have full faith that Chase Bliss is cooking up new stuff in their skunk works over there to replace whatever they had to take out of their lineup. So yeah, go get on their mailing list, figure out what's going on, stay up to date.
Yeah. So just for background, well, I don't know about that Condor because that one was discontinued. Yeah, that probably has it too. but at least some of the ones that are being discontinued contain cadmium sulfide.
You know what? They're going to replace that cadmium sulfide, and it's just not going to have the same sound anymore. You got to get over there right now. Just buy everything up. Just buy. I'm joking. Don't be irresponsible with your money. Buy stuff when you want it.
It's a solution. It's a salt. They call it a solid solution that's used in a component for photoresistors, which are light dependent resistors.
Okay.
So I don't know if there are different types of photoresistors that they might be able to substitute in, but at least for the time being, the ones that have already produced can't be sold in Europe.
Right.
So they're just discontinuing production.
Maybe they'll come out
possibly until they solve this. Right. It's effectively a supply chain issue, but it also means they have like a ton of these things that can only be sold in the United States.
Sure.
So until that's solved, we can just basically, you can only conclude until there's another announcement that these pedals will never be made again.
It's over.
It's over, Ryan.
That's a bummer way to end a sponsorship, Steve.
Do we need a link to that site?
Yeah, sure.
The selling site?
Yeah, put it there. Yeah. Why not?
Make a note. Ryan, we got a topic to talk about.
Oh boy, here we go. This is the one of the ages. We've never talked about this before, and we're going to do our best to solve it. This is going to be a bit of a retread for us, but we've been doing this for 10 years, almost 11.
I actually feel like this is a topic that we've mentioned frequently, but have not returned to
deep dive
in any sort of depth. I don't know if we have time to do a deep dive.
All the way deep. I'm talking like millionaires and submarines.
Who asked
deep.
this question?
Samuel, you read the last name.
Samuel, fuck me.
See? I'm sorry, Samuel. I don't even know how to attempt this one. I don't want to mangle it that bad.
I want to say it's like Samuel Majurak.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Or what maybe point, it's McCurzak? I don't know.
Let's just call him Samuel Mack. At what point is... I just Ellis Island you. I'm so sorry. Jeez. I feel awful now. At what point is an upgrade versus a side grade? Been thinking about changing some stuff on my guitar, but it probably doesn't matter. So side grades versus upgrades versus downgrades. What even are we talking about?
So in principle, in every guitar, grab, do you have any like MIM guitars?
My straps up in the office. You can grab the Jazzmaster that's modified. Are you just trying to find something modified?
No, I just want to grab something that's like pretty straightforward. You got the Player Plus.
Oh, grab the Player Plus if you want. That's actually out in the kitchen. Oh, that one. Yeah. I was thinking about the Player too. Okay, so you're starting with something that is stock.
Right. So this is a stock.
Well, except for the long wiggle stick.
Hold on to that so I can put my headphones back on. Thank you. So this is a stock Player Plus.
Right.
It has parts that it has to have. Pickups, knobs. This is a bar. This bar is a perfect example of a side grade, by the way.
Sure.
You know, it's got to have a nut. It's got to have tuners. Oh, locking tuners. That's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that you replace on here is either an upgrade or a downgrade or a side grade, right?
Right.
There are a lot of people who will say this. Oh, this is a perfect example possibly of a mint pickguard, by the way.
Sure.
This is what I was talking about earlier, who will take this and replace it with tortoiseshell and then be like, oh, well, this would be $700, but I replaced the pickguard, so it's $750 now. No, sir, you have executed a side grade.
Right, because a pickguard is worth one pickguard.
You've made a cosmetic change, and this guitar without a pickguard would not be a guitar. Like, it would be a guitar body and parts, but it would not be a guitar.
This thing would look pretty slick with a really nice tortoise on it.
It would not be playable. In fact, if you had no pick guard at all, it would go from being, say, a $700 resale to like
$450,
$500 resale. Like,
sure.
Because the first person to get it would have to work on it.
That's assuming it's coming with the pickups and the pots. You're going to have to they're going to be flopping all over the place.
Now, because this is a Player Plus, this does have the Fender noiseless pickups on it, so that's a little nicer. But let's say this was like a standard Player and it just had whatever the stock pickups are on it. If you were to swap those out for like GFS pickups or whatever you find on Amazon, that's I would be willing to say that that's a side grade.
Sure.
Pickups of similar quality where like, or maybe lower, maybe similar. If you just do like basic, say this humbucker, you replace it with like a Seymour Duncan 59. I would probably say that's a side grade. Now, if you go Seymour Duncan Antiquity, that's an upgrade.
But the math here, you still have to subtract the value of the original pickup. If you're trying to like do the math to figure out what you sell your modified guitar for, then that's what all this is.
Right.
If you're planning on keeping your guitar forever, none of this matters whatsoever.
None of it matters.
Like, do what you want. Like, if it's going to be if you love this guitar, it's your personal guitar, and you're doing modifications to it because it's what you want, and you really have no plans to ever get rid of it, do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Like, take a $2,000 guitar and throw a set of $15 pickups in it.
Sure.
Why not? Maybe you want like a super thin, trashy sound. So you're trying to find the perfect, like cheap ceramic pickups or whatever. You love the way the guitar plays, but you want that trashy sound for some reason. Do whatever you want. Buy a $120 Amazon guitar and throw up a set of Novaks in there. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, go crazy.
Get some of those $1,000 Gibson Pals.
Yeah, throw them in there. Like, experiment, have fun. But the moment you start trying to resell stuff afterwards, that's where people start getting like funny about the numbers. Well, what did you take out of there? And what did you put in? And like, what was the value of what you took out? And like, is this even something that's desirable? I'm not sure I want to pay for a pickup that I didn't choose when I'm shopping for this model. And I really wanted the stock pickups. And now you've put this Novak thing in the bridge, and I really wanted the original pickup.
Well, I think like something like a Novak would be a high enough quality that it's like, that's always going to be an upgrade. I think where some of this comes into play,
but you're not going to get your full value out of it.
You're not going to get like, you're not, if you paid say $300 for a Novak, that as soon as you drop that thing in the guitar, it's still an upgrade.
Right.
But it's not worth $300. It's worth the used value of a Novak.
Right.
Whatever that is.
Right. And it's in a guitar, like, and it's in a guitar. The person buying the guitar wants the guitar. They're probably not buying the guitar for the pickup. Right. The pickup is a bonus.
It's a bonus.
It's the cherry on the top of the sundae, but it's not the reason for buying the sundae.
A lot of things that as much as I slag on them, right? I say like, I think one of the things that makes my Les Paul a better Les Paul is that it doesn't have stock Gibson pickups in it.
All right.
It's got Seymour Duncans in it.
There you go.
But I also know that the stock Gibson pickups do have like a decent chunk of value in them.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like them. So Seymour Duncans are in that situation might be more of a side grade. To me, as a player, they are an upgrade. They're something I want, but from a value perspective, they're more of a side grade.
If you sold it, the person you sold it to might be like, I wish it had the original Gibsons.
Yeah.
Like, that's totally valid.
Yeah. And so I don't think I could charge a premium on reselling. My Les Paul right now sells on Reverb, I want to say for about $1,100.
Yeah.
I couldn't go and be like, well, mine's worth $1,300 because it has Seymour Duncans in it.
So
like I would still, if anything, I might have to sell it for lower because it's not fully stocked.
Right. Another way to attack this is we're talking about instruments where people like the instrument and they want to modify it to be closer to their own personal specifications.
Sure.
Or they just want to try a fancier piece of gear. They're like, oh, that bridge looks fancy. I want to try that fancy bridge versus the stock bridge or whatever. That's one side of it, where you're making a guitar you already love to be more lovable, I suppose. I do feel like there's different math involved when you've got a guitar that is a bummer to you and you're trying to make it not be a bummer anymore, because then it starts to turn into like old car math. Like, do I spend $400 to fix the AC in this thing? Like,
right.
Is it worth throwing hundreds of dollars into repairs on this thing? If you got some sort of like $150 guitar that's got a bad nut, you're like, do I pay some guy $50 to fix the nut? Or is it just like, do I just go buy a nicer guitar?
What?
I think there's a real trade-off there that's worth exploring.
One of the things I see come up a lot, and this is also like a common sales tactic that I think maybe it instills confidence in it's like a perk. It's not worth anything. It's not worth anything. say you did all the things we're talking about, and you got rid of these pickups. You replace this whole pickup set with like Seymour Duncan whatevers.
Sure.
And you're gonna say like, again, noiseless to Seymour
Just
Duncan.
invaders.
Whatever.
3 invaders.
3 invaders. No, like you do like a nicer Seymour Duncan set. Like maybe that pickup set is $250. You drop it in here. I would probably say like maybe you could upcharge $150 on this. But what I've seen people try to do, which is always like, again, is kind of gross, is these pickups were professionally installed. That's $300. Like it was $150 on the bench to install these $250 pickups.
Right.
That's $400. It's like, no. If
you can't include the labor.
If you took the old pickups out and didn't put the new pickups in, then your guitar is now like kind of worthless. Like it's not worthless, but it kills. That's a value killer.
You can't include the value of the labor when you're reselling a guitar that you've modified like that, unless it is like you had someone install an Evertune. Like that's an exception.
There's a handful, or like a Bebender.
Right. Like things like that, major surgery on a guitar, then you can pass on the cost of the labor when you resell it. Not the full cost, but part of it.
There's a handful of other situations,
but pickup swaps, no.
Yeah,
nut swaps, no. Like basic maintenance stuff, no. You can't. You can't like pull out a receipt. Well, here's every time I had the guitar serviced by a professional. Because some people do that. Like, oh, here's a receipt from the last time this got serviced and it passed with flying colors. It's not your heart. It's not your kidneys. You're not selling an organ here. Like. It doesn't matter if it was serviced, like people are buying the object, not the labor.
Right. Can you imagine if when you took your car in, like you're buying a new car, you take your old car in to do trade-in value, and they're like, oh yeah, your old car is worth like $3,000. And you're like, but I got it, the oil changed every 4 months for the last 10 years.
That's worth $10,000.
So that's 3 times a year.
Right.
That's $270 a year times 10. That's 20. So my car, that's an extra $2,700 in oil changes. Like that's absurd.
It's asinine.
That's nuts. The labor also, like you could have done the labor yourself. Not to say like
It's like trying to recoup the cost of your gas when you sell a car.
Oh my gosh.
I put this amount of gas in this car and I want my money back.
I mean, for what it's worth, if you don't top off the tank on your rental, they are going to hit you with that. So
yeah, top off your rentals, everybody.
But I think that's a thing that I see a lot where people talk about how they paid for a setup, or they paid for this, or they paid for that. Some of those are specification changes. Maybe on an older Mexican Strat, someone might try to be like, well, I paid for a professional to get the finger edge, like the fingerboard, the fretboard edges rolled. And that's great. That's actually something that maybe has a little bit of value, but it's not, you're going to say like, I charged, I paid $200 to get I don't know how much that cost, but let's say it's
like
$200.
A professional scallop job. Yeah. I beat you there, didn't I?
A resale, like maybe that's like a $50.
Sure.
Like you can't charge the full labor.
But that's tricky because now you got to find a buyer who wants a scalloped neck.
Sure.
And that's why
I was trying
small percentage of the buyers out there.
That's why I was trying to use rolled fingerboards.
Sure.
Everybody loves rolled fingerboards.
Everyone wants to roll those fingerboards. You seriously roll them down a hill. Want those fingerboards nice and rolly. All right, go hang that thing back up, Steve. Let's do the last ad and wrap this up. I feel like we solved this, right? Everyone understands. Let's talk about it more in the comments section.
Let's fight it out.
Yeah. Did we get something wrong? Tell us we're wrong. Like, oh, I put this set of pickups in my guitar and I was able to sell it for 3 times its value and I made all this money. That's an amazing story, bro.
Cool starry bra.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the last ad, which is going to be is it the Necro thing?
It's the
Necropolis.
Say it like that. Seems awkward.
Necropolis Heckmon
custom made guitar made in Ukraine. Necropolis.
I didn't put the full name of the guy.
It's a unique project.
It is from Alex.
Theodotu. Oh, Theodotu.
Because he sent it a different ad too for maybe next episode.
This is a unique project which combines rare exclusive parts. Sounds amazing, has great feel, looks stunning. Body is a unique vintage one-piece contoured walnut chunk with a hollow part under the back cover, beautiful wood grain and burls. satin, but maybe semi-gloss if needed. Probably made in 80s. The neck is a 1970s Musima 1655. I don't know what that means. Specially fitted. Made in Eastern Germany. The bridge is a licensed Floyd Rose taken out of a Dean Dime. And the pickups are custom made in the 80s humbuckers with coil tap on neck and switch. The back blade is the most interesting part. There's some strange faded text titled Necropolis. Don't know if it's some poem or ancient curse, but looks a bit scary and mystical. This is all in, I guess, in Greek.
You think that's Greek?
Well, they make it seem like
it looks like
Greek.
Ancient Latin to me, Steve. I kind of don't care about the guitar. I mean, it's interesting. Whatever. It's a funky parts situation, or it's not parts. It's all just like stripped of its paint or whatever. It
kind of gives me either Gibson. There was a solid body 335. Or like those Mosrite acoustic Black Widows.
But it's totally like some sort of off-brand take on that.
Yeah.
I kind of dig the weird cutout for the output jack.
Yeah, unless you have a 90-degree angle jack.
It might still work.
It'll work, but it won't, like, you won't be able to align it with the body.
I like this guitar with a Floyd on it too. But
it's so random.
The thing I'm curious about.
Oh, 0 fret. That's fun.
Is if you can read any of this, Steve, or if you can read it well enough that we can open up a portal to the underworld.
Oh, well, I would have to brush off my ancient Greek.
Some classic Klaatu Verata Nikto.
Yeah,
Klaatu
Verata Nikto.
Let's see what Steve can get out of this.
Heck Pawn Orb.
You might need to enhance, so feel free to turn on enhance on your handheld computer there, Steve.
Oh, enhance mode. Heck Pawn Orb. Then some of this is missing, but I think it says something about...
Have you ever seen this dialect before, Steve?
Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure...
You should have saved this for a Halloween episode.
Ancient Greek. But it's like that very specific, like, underworld Greek.
It's all Greek to me, unless it's English. Then I can understand it.
Something in here about a box. A puzzle box?
A puzzle box. Now we're getting somewhere.
That... When you open it, it can't be closed. It releases things.
Come on, Steve. I wanted you to read the words, not just recite the plots of movies.
There's a part in here that I think says, it's like Tuat Du Haj Shak Crowboat.
He's doing it.
Is that a G? It's like Grabah Highbot Yarrow. Oh, this is oh my God, it's a recipe.
What?
It's a recipe for freaking euros. It's Necropolis Brothers famous Greek euros. Everyone knows this place.
Right.
So
yeah.
delicious.
Yeah. This is a menu.
It's a menu.
Yeah.
It's a menu.
It's a receipt, maybe.
Extra
tzatziki sauce, please.
Tabbouleh, please.
It's definitely cursed, though. If you can figure out how to read it, it will open up a portal to a hell dimension.
Why is the freaking backplate so huge? I guess it's got to cover the Floyd Rose cut out on the back, and the pickup installs.
Yeah, it's trying to do everything. It's trying to cover the spring cavity and all the wiring. There's probably not that much routing in the back of this thing, or maybe there's a ton. I don't know. Maybe you open it up and that is the portal. You open this thing up and you can pass your arm through and reach in and grab a dagger from the other side.
These pickups, what's that? What's that a reference to?
Oh, I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
That would be a wild thing to happen if you had a portal to the underworld and you just reach in and you pull out a weapon. Like, well, now I've got a hell weapon. Now I can defeat a demon with this.
This is the pickups are kind of a trip because one of them is like it's a humbucker with 12 screw pieces.
Yeah.
And then the other one is all flats.
And they look like they've been spray painted.
Yeah.
And then well worn. Shit. Someone played this thing.
How much do they want for this? There's no price. No, just kidding. $600.
$80 shipping.
Out of the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Out of Ukraine. They don't call it the Ukraine anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry. Old habits die hard. Unique hybrid semi-hollow doom metal sludge.
That's my favorite
Cursed.
That's my favorite Bruce Willis movie. Old Habits Die Hard.
Poor Bruce Willis.
Poor Bruce. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go somewhere sad.
Yeah, I could definitely see like doom metal sludge is definitely the vibe off of this.
Oh, totally.
Even without being the Necropolis theming on the back.
I don't know.
You can't really read and is mostly worn down.
I can't. Well, it's worn down because it got used in so many rituals. You know, like things get messy. Like there's fluid.
You can only clean the blood off so many times.
Yeah, you're lucky if it's blood, is what I'm saying. Getting close to $700 with this thing, I can't imagine that that's worth it. You know, maybe prices are different over there in Ukraine right now. Maybe this is a steal. Maybe this is, you know what? You get this over to Hellboy. He'll find someone who can read it, and then they'll be able to use it as a weapon to save the world or all of reality. But as a guitar, I just don't.
You don't think
I don't feel the value's there.
You don't think it's there.
As an ancient relic, a spiritual object, maybe. But until someone can read it and find out what happens, I mean, Steve was just reading it right now. Maybe in Ukraine right now. Sorry, this thing is vibrating red and like spinning in the middle of the room that it's being stored in. And like, what happened? Did someone read it? Yeah, Steve read it, and he's 5,000 miles away or something like that. It's a lot farther than that, isn't it?
Ryan, we don't think this could. Yeah, it's
like
a lot.
It's like 12,000 miles, huh?
We don't think this guitar is worth $700, but it could be worth $25
That's true,
or a pair of
Steve.
affordable pedals to somebody. Because every week we pick our favorite ad as our winner of the Adventurers Club. We've been doing this all year.
We've been doing it a long time.
What do you think? What's your pick here? What's your go-to?
We have the Hondo Spike.
The Hondo Spike, the Fender Starcaster Distortion.
Oh, I bought the Starcaster.
Does that make it the automatic winner?
Maybe.
I think it does.
I think it won. I think the Starcaster won.
We
almost never do pedals.
I do like
this is why, because I end up buying them.
But
I do like the Necro, but I also like the Hondo Spike. Like if there had been a picture of them joined together in unholy matrimony, I think that would have won. Like if I could have seen someone playing it with the little Remora guitar mounted to the Shark guitar, that would have done it for me. Like I think that would have won.
But you couldn't. So congratulations, Matt Carnevale, on your winnings. I will be in touch with you eventually.
He's won before, right?
He has.
Like a bunch of times.
Yep.
He's an inboxer. He really sends them in.
What's up.
Yeah.
This week's song was a lot of fun. This was sent by Jorge Berna. He says, "Dear Ryan and Steve, my name is Jorge. I'm a big fan of your channel, and I play in a band, Genoma, considered here in Spain as punk pijo. In English, it would be posh punk.
Oh.
Anyway, we would be honored if one of our songs was played when you roll the credits. Attached is our song, Kim. We hope you like it. So here's the song.
Bullet on a dead roulette, full house on every bridge, home run on any sin, not no wasted that I can feel. Max out on my legs so far, that all of mistakes I made, mistakes I made, mistakes I made. Cannonballing on a dead roulette, full house on every bridge, home run on any sin, none the wasted that I can feel. My eyes on my legs so far, that all of mistakes I made, mistakes I made. I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad. Cannonballing on a dead roulette.
Excellent. I love it. I mean, you could have just said French punk and I'd be all in, but that's great.
That was English?
That was English?
Well, the song was in English.
Parts of it were.
Was it all? I don't know.
I don't. Maybe I wasn't using my French ears. I don't know any French, but I wasn't paying that close attention to the words.
It was cool.
I knew there were some English words.
It kind of had that. I'm trying to figure out who it sounded like. Is there something like I felt like it sounded like? But I don't.
All right.
I don't know for sure. But I enjoyed it. Thank you, Jorge.
Yes,
thank you for sending it in. If you want to send in a song, you should do it.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Stay grounded.